Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now, back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
Our Forge Jewelers Omega time is 7:37. Forge Jewelers, the official jeweler of 1450 WCTC. Good morning, it's Bert. Welcome back to Jersey Central. We have our contest on the way. Going to give away some tickets to see American Repertory Ballet and their production of Pride and Prejudice at McCarter Theater this coming Friday night, 8 p.m. Final chance this week, obviously, to win some tickets, and your first chance is coming up in just a little bit. Well, with the end of 2016, it also meant the end of the HAMP program called the Home Affordable Modification Program. It may have ended, but there's still a lot of people in Jersey who are unfortunately still facing the prospect of losing their home if they can't get any relief on the mortgage. So joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline, and he was on with us in 2016 to talk about this program, and he's back with us today to talk about some other options. We have Bruce Levitt, who is managing partner with Jersey-based Levitt and Slafkes here on Jersey Central, and he's back with us this morning to talk about some other opportunities for Jersey homeowners. Bruce, good morning. It's Bert. Welcome back. How are you?
Great, Bert. How are you?
Good. Good to talk to you again. And we're it's hard to believe that the first quarter of 2017 is already behind us, but people are still struggling here, Bruce. There's still people are still facing the possibility of losing their home. What can they do? What are some options that are available for some people that are still having some difficult times?
There are many, many options still available. I'm pleased to report that the end of HAMP at the end of 2016 was and is not the end of loan modifications. In fact, I'm finding that I'm getting different and in many cases better loan modifications for my clients today than I was getting last year. There are numerous programs that the private or the non-governmental mortgage holders are offering. The federal government, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Macs, which account for many, many mortgages in the market, probably the majority of the mortgages in the market, are still offering what they call their standard modifications and their streamlined modifications. That will all become what we call a flex modification as we get to October 1st of this year. So mortgage modifications are there. We're still fighting foreclosures in the courts. There's still bankruptcy options available. So those people that can save their homes can still save their homes.
So we're in a pretty important window right now, Bruce, that is going to last through October 1st, where there's still options and people need to take action.
And even after October 1st, but absolutely people need to take action. And the thing that I can't overstress is that people shouldn't wait. I find that people come to me on the eve of a sheriff's sale. That limits their options. The sooner they can get to a qualified professional, the better they are.
Yeah, and action is the key thing. You know, if you're getting letters in the mail that you're just afraid to open, you know what? Stay on top of that stuff. You've got to, open the mail. You still have to deal with this on a day-to-day basis. To just do nothing, Bruce, is the worst thing that people can do, right?
Putting your head in the sand will not help. I have people coming to me all the time, as I say, on the eve of a sheriff's sale, bringing me the unopened envelopes, and it makes it very difficult to help somebody if they're coming in at the 11th hour. And there are options available, and that's why I can't overstress. And as you just said, you've got to stay on top of it. The problem doesn't go away. The problem has to be addressed, and not everybody's going to be able to save their home, but those that can save their homes might be missing an opportunity by not acting quickly as possible.
Yeah, there was a holdup in foreclosures here for a long time, Bruce, and I'm told that it was because of a shortage of judges, that you need a judge to execute a foreclosure here in the state of New Jersey. Has that changed? Because I can recall hearing about sort of a hiring frenzy of judges in our state just to kind of get this moving along again. Have you seen progress in terms of foreclosure filings?
Yes, actually, there was a shortage of judges in the state of New Jersey. I believe much of that shortage has been addressed. In New Jersey, it is a judicial foreclosure state. Foreclosures are handled by what we call the Chancery Court, and traditionally, Chancery Court judges in New Jersey, there are very few in each county. So, in the height of the foreclosure mess, let me call it, there were only a couple of in many counties, one judge, in most counties, two judges addressing foreclosure issues, and they just couldn't get them through the system. We've come a long way. It used to be New Jersey was taking, in some cases, 3 years to get to sheriff's sale. Now I'm seeing sheriff sales in some cases within a year of the filing of the foreclosure complaint. So the court is moving these cases again.
Bruce, are we seeing here in Jersey, there was a period, I don't know if it was particularly happening a lot here in our state, but it was happening in other states around the country, where people were just like, faced with the inability to pay their mortgage and perhaps lose their home. They were just kind of up and leaving and just kind of leaving everything behind and saying, well, you know what, I can't pay, so there's no point in staying here. And I think they called it a zombie property or a zombie mortgage at one point because no one was living there. The bank didn't want to have to take the house back, and it just kind of sat vacant and sometimes for months or even years in some cases. Do we still see a lot of that happening where people are just walking away from properties that they can't afford?
Absolutely. It's a huge problem. Many municipalities are sitting on properties that are vacant. The banks are not maintaining the properties. The homeowners have left the properties. Very often there's violations of municipal law and municipal code. It's still a huge problem, and people are still out of frustration. I have clients that literally we've been fighting for a while, for in some cases more than a year, to try to get modifications, and because of delays, we don't get an answer, and people just get frustrated, and they know they have to move on with their lives. So people are leaving properties. This zombie real estate issue is a huge problem in New Jersey. I'm sure it's a problem in other parts of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing. I've actually gone to court to try to force mortgage companies to complete a foreclosure process, and I've been unsuccessful.
Wow. Yeah, so it continues to be an issue. One final question for you, Bruce. The importance of the credit rating. We hear about numbers being thrown around. What's a good credit rating? What's a bad credit rating? Is that one of the first things that will be taken into consideration for these programs that are out there?
I'm finding that generally not, because by the time somebody is in a foreclosure situation or trying to get a loan modification, they're usually in serious default on the mortgage, and serious default on the mortgage 3-4 months, and in many cases many more months. By then, the credit's pretty much destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't find that the lenders these days are taking the credit into account. What they're looking at is they're looking at the value of the real estate, and they're looking at the ability to pay. And each of the lenders have different formulas. And that's why it's important I try to get people in early, because I want to find out who the lender is so I know what the program is that's available. But it really comes down to ability to pay, and that's based upon formulas the lenders use. And it's a ratio. It's the ratio of the housing versus the housing expense versus income. And then it's the value of the property. And that's really the focus.
All right. Good information, Bruce. How does someone contact you for more information about the programs that are available?
My office is located in Maplewood, New Jersey. We're at 973-313-1200. We're on the web at levitt.slafkes.com. We'll be happy to answer any questions.
Good, Bruce. Sounds like you're working hard for our homeowners and trying to keep them in their homes. I appreciate that. Thank you for the time this morning, all right?
Great to talk to you.
You as well. Thank you. All right, Bruce Levitt, my guest here on Jersey Central, and some good information if you're facing a foreclosure. It's not a pleasant thing. Boy, I hate anybody to have to go through that.